So Bloxburg just updated, adding a whole range of new items, a catalogue, and so much more. And in today's video, I'm going to be using the new items behind me to build a palace. Now, of course, the ones behind me are just a few of the new items. There is loads. But just before we get into this epic build, comment down below what videos you think I should do with this new update. I'm thinking some renovations on the catalogue houses, although they all do look amazing already. But yeah, with all that said, let's get building the palace. Okie dokie. So the eager eye among you may notice this is not a plain plot as you're used to seeing. There is a big square here.
That's quite big.
That's because I pre-placed this flooring. And if you're wondering how I did it, underground, we basically got a bunch of floating basic shapes, and these are just decals turned on their sides. And then over in this corner here, I've got us like a little closet, some plants and some railings. Now, I didn't realize how far back I made this, but I suppose the palace can then have a big driveway. So this right here is, of course, going to be the entry hall. I feel like we should have it branch off each side, and so we should props sketch our layout. Okie dokie. So downstairs, this is what I have planned, and as we pop upstairs, this is what I have planned. So it's not too much of a crazy build. Like, I'm not feeling insane, but it's going to give us such a good opportunity to use all of these new items. Look! It's giving me a voice crack. I feel like we just need to take a minute to appreciate. Ornate is my style. New viewers, if you don't know, this is my style. And isn't this just so me? Especially these stairs. What in the hotel is this? So before we even decorate any of the outside, I just simply have to place our staircase in. So, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I thought that this was going to be like too big of an entryway. If anything, it's too small. And then we can use this new railing. It's called Ornate Metal Fence. I feel like I should just be doing a cinematic like, welcome to Buckingham Palace. So I did jump the gun a little bit going inside. Let's add our roofs in now. So we've got to have, I think first of all, we've got to use a gable roof, and we're going to have it overhang the front. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want us to have a massive driveway. And then I guess this part here, rip this up really high. And I tried doing this for the roof. It ended up looking like a disaster. So in the end, I went for this what's this called? Mansard roof. And if memory serves, yes, we actually already have an ornate stone railing in the game. And I've always loved using this around my roofs. Next up, let's get some light on the subject. Why are we living in a dingy, dark dungeon here? This is going to be a house fit for a queen, aka me. And I just realized I haven't even dressed like a queen. Let me fix that. Ah, that is so much better. Queen Reese's has entered the chat. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh yeah, a chandelier. And you thought one was enough, guys. What does this look like? Peasant town. We're doing a jewel chandelier. So next up, we're going to use these pillars. But just before we put them in, I did just want to draw attention to this item. Who remembers when I used to have to custom do this? That is what I love about Bloxburg. They will always add things that you used to have to custom make, they will eventually add. So with this, I was hoping we could resize it outwards. But unless I'm being blind, I think it only goes up. But the amount of detail on this, to switch it up on the front, I do have a little bit of an ingenious idea. I'm going to use this traditional pillar, which is, of course, very grand. We're going to resize this down to the ground. And can y'all see where I'm going with this? We're going to place that on top. And there we go. That is like our very own custom pillars for the entrance. And if we learn anything from H2O Mermaids, it's that the best things come in threes, but not in pillars, apparently. Next up, I spy with my little eye an ornate building corn ice. Basically, this superior looking wall trim. So I thought we might be able to resize it. We can't. That's slightly embarrassing. I mean, it is hella expensive, but what? I just want this. I do think I saw in the update log, they've added some new textures. Let's actually take a look at these quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay, so spoiler alert, a little sneak peek to videos coming in the future. The video that was actually originally meant to come out today was me building a house. I'm not going to give too much away, but these panels are so perfect for it. We've then also got, this is for like a modern bathroom. And then we've got some, that could literally be for the palace. I am literally going crazy for this new update. How did they make it that detailed? Bloxburg, you have upped your game and I love you. On the theme of colouring then, I am just gonna go for a good old shingle roof. Oh my gosh. This already looks like Henry VIII would live here with his 6 wives, which he beheaded all of them.
Divorced, beheaded and died.
Although didn't one survive?
Divorced, beheaded, survived.
I should brush up on my history. Anyways, let's build a castle. The next step is the driveway. So what I was babbling on about earlier, about having a big road, the reason I'm doing this is because I want us to have a massive driveway. We are going to make this slate, or should we make it brick? Sort of like a Victorian, you know, they had like cobbled pathways. I'm going to make it this brick texture actually. And this is going to wrap all the way around into like a little circle. So I guess in the middle, should we use the ornate railing here, or does that look a little too much? Do you know what though? I don't think it does. I actually think that's looking pretty perfect. Jeez Louise, it costs $1.50. And speaking of expensive things, we are going to add a pool here, and do not call me a cheapskate, guys. This is just a pond, okay? So that's why I've used the shallow pool. Not only are we going to have that there, oh no, Honey Bunny Boo Bears.
Honey?
I'm then actually going to add, I don't know what you'll call it, but like a ornament statue. In my inventory, I'm pretty sure I have the Cupid statue. Of course, this was meant for Valentine's Day, but that does not mean we cannot use it here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to faint, which apparently in the new update, you actually can faint. Next up, oh my gosh, we could build a modern mansion with this. I mean, it doesn't go at all with the palace, but that is a cool new fence. I think what I'm going to have here is hedges. We can't have anyone breaking into the palace. Although, did you know, back in the day, I think it was in like the 80s, somebody actually broke into Buckingham Palace and sat on the Queen's bed. Next up, we'll add the fence gates. And I have no idea if it allows you to put them in bushes. Say what? You can put these in bushes. Back into my inventory, I feel like we should just top this front bit off with a couple of limos. Perfect. Already, like, how amazing does this look? It's giving old money mansion. It's giving royal. The next phase of my plan is the windows. So I was about to say, Bloxburg needs to add new windows. What do you call this? Oh my gosh.
My God.
I did not see any of this. We are having a stained glass window. What in the world? You expect me to just look at this and be okay? I am about to pass away. This is so beautiful. Although actually, I've just had another great idea.
I've got an idea!
How about we put these on the top shelf? If we go back into windows, are these resizable? Oh no! Sadly, they're not, but I'm not going to let that get me down. Let's use these. Nothing stops the true Reese's. To sort of fix the gap bit on the side, we can use these. Then we can use the thinner ones to carry on the pattern. And I love how in my head before I started filming, I was like, oh, this will just be a simple build Reese's. Just, you know, testing the waters on the new update and then catch me building custom windows. But look at them. So you guys saw what I did there. Just added a little bit of my own custom touch and it worked a treat. So we will just finish this up now with a couple of grand looking trees, some more cars, and that is the exterior of the palace done. And of course they added, wait, what? They've added bifold doors? That view to the inside is sickening me to my core. Oh my gosh, look at these doors. And then to make it a little bit more simple, I guess we'll just have these regular ones on the side. Sorry, you're gonna hear a lot of oh my goshes in this video. We really are going inside now. We arrive back in the grand entryway. So I personally love the color scheme of this staircase. However, I am gonna ever so slightly change it. And in classic Bloxburg fashion, they picked like the weirdest color. Like, what was that? Orange wood for the default? Also, I was kind of scared because let me quickly show you. When I logged on and looked in the catalog today, first of all, like all these new houses look amazing. But I noticed like, where's the starter mansion? Did they take that out of the game? Anyway, back inside now, we'll paint all of the walls white. And since we used these lights so early on, we can use them again. $10,000 for a chandelier, really?
Bombastic side eye.
And we've just got to make sure like you're not going to whack your head as you walk down. No, I think that'll be fine. It goes without saying, we're going to be using the wood paneling in here. And normally I'm dead against marble panels, but it honestly looks too superior today. So for the inside, let's actually look at what new doors they really had. We've got this. I do like this door, but there is something a little weird about it. I don't know if I definitely want to use that one. These for wardrobes. Hello. And then we've obviously got like this classical front door. So I think I might actually just use these ones, guys. They look so good. And to get into this back room, don't worry, it's not like the creepy back rooms. It's just the room behind. Oh my gosh, this doesn't even feel like Bloxburg. For the walls then, we should definitely stick with that Henry VIII kind of vibe I was mentioning at the beginning. We're going to have a few different shaped decals. Like we'll have some long, and all of them are going to be outlined in just standard square beams. And these are what I found. So I found like a really cute teapot. We can have like this one. And the best part is they get to go in random orders. And that's not all. I also have this. I have this. I got loads. And then we get to use my favorite light, the frame light. I never get to use this because obviously it doesn't really fit in just your everyday build. All I know is those walls now look epic. I want to add some Victorian tables, but it's a bit of a tight squeeze down here. So I think we'll have to add them at the front instead. And I love how slowly but surely they're adding like all my favorite items. This time, maybe 6 months ago, we didn't have the Victorian furniture set. We definitely didn't have all of this palace stuff. And now we suddenly just have it all. And holy moly, that is one epic looking entryway. I kind of have the urge to add these on the inside. I know that seems like absolute insanity, but back in the Victorian age, they did like an indoor-outdoor look. That is the best entry hall I have ever built. Hands down, guys. I really hope you guys are just going to go crazy for this room. So where should we go next? Left or right side of Palace Reese's? I think we should go to the left side. So what I'm going to do for the floor is a rounded marble thing. And then we can once again use these ornate railings. I think these are just spectacular. For some reason, I have this weird feeling in my stomach. It might be because I ate spicy noodles just before starting filming this, but I have a feeling that on the left side should be the kitchen and dining, and then this side should be like the royal sitting rooms. So we'll start with the kitchen and dining. Now, if we were going truly with the theme of a royal palace, the kitchen would be in the basements, like where all the servants would be working. I'm a bit more of a modern queen. I don't want people to be working in my basements, mainly because I'm traumatized from the horror games you guys have made me play on the second channel. Go subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say here is the kitchen is just going to be your everyday farmhouse kitchen. For the top of the counters then, I feel like I do want to use some of the new textures. So I really fell in love with this one, and I think it looks really perfect as a countertop as well. And for the other appliances, we're just going to use the most expensive because I love spending money.
I'm a mother, millionaire, law student, and billionaire.
Since this is sort of a Victorian palace, I've added a jam maker. We can add some of these, which maybe have some fresh hot croissants in there, a picnic basket, which we can go on. And for the back wall, you guys know I would normally be straight in there, typing up Painting, putting a decal in here. Not today. See, I've actually gone for that brick color. And then I'm going to use a dining table for the middle because this is where they would chop fresh meat. So sorry if you're like a vegetarian or a vegan or something. And in these kind of times, like all the old kings and queens used to be so fat. What are those? So in the middle here with a snap. No, maybe taking it to a new extreme, but I've added some little candles there as well. And then of course I finished that off with a chandelier. So yeah, that is the kitchen done. And then this dining room. Are you ready to see some speedy building? So first of all, I've added a massive window here. I was going to add a stained glass one, but then I thought, nah. Why do I sound like a sheep there? Nah. I've gone for candelabras and a Vitor chandelier. And the reason this is so speedy is because Bloxburg's basically done all the work for us. Victorian table, Victorian dining chairs, awesome colors. And that is our gorgeous dining table done. Now, who remembers earlier this plant? I mean, I low-key forgot about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But this is the perfect thing to now go in the corner here. And to keep us warm in the frostbite of the winter, that is English weather at the moment, we will have a fireplace. I'm sorry, no more needs to be said. This is like a snapshot in time. So just before we go over here and do the royal living and dining room, I thought we should do the royal bedroom. So over on this side is going to be our first one, which is going to be the bedroom with the closet. I think we may have to use these doors for the actual entrance. And also, I just realized how cheap these doors are. Why are the new doors so cheap? And oh my gosh, if you're a true Reese's stan, you will know I've made this door so many times in the past. That is so cool. They finally added it. And did I say closet earlier? I meant that this one is going to be a bathroom. We're going to go very, very Viking era, having like dark plank floors. Since we've got like these weird plasticky bits here, we're actually going to go and grab this, which I had earlier. So this is basically a built-in closet. And the reason that all this is here is because I actually had a house built on this plot, but it was really old, it was really bad, and it was just wasting a bunch of money. So I decided to get rid of it, but I thought, why bulldoze the closets when these are actually quite a good find? We can then pair them with the real closets, and let's color it like a Victorian gender reveal. And then to fill in these spaces, we're merely going to use a clothing rail. Such a simple way to make your closet stand out. And wunderbar, we have got ourselves a gorgeous built-in closet. So upstairs, I'll admit, it's a little less Victorian now. It's more Chanel Oberlin vibes.
Maybe, but I'm rich and I'm pretty, so it doesn't really matter.
For the bed though, we are still gonna do this classic old-timey color and all of the accessories. So I did that today. Next up, why am I whispering? Oh, what's this? They're hiding things in there? No, but next up, I'm using these, and I actually have never made them patterned before, but it's a look. And since I'm so obsessed with it, I've made the back wall a little feature wall. Now, I still am waiting for Bloxburg to add a chaise lounge. I mean, I can't really be ungrateful because they have just added a superior update. So I guess we will just have to settle with this today. And yeah. I think this is perfect. As we're going to the bathroom, ignore that uneven chandelier place. Shall we whip out another stained glass window? Yes, we should. And look how perfect that looks with this bath. Holy moly. Give it its own carpet and even its own matching chairs where your maid or something can rub your feet or whatever kings and queens do. And I have gone a bit modern with the mirror. But after all, we can have multiple different eras. Like, look at Taylor Swift on the Eras tour. And what a gorgeous bathroom that is. So, yes, I could copy and paste that onto the other side, but I don't feel like wasting like 50 grand there. So I hope you guys don't mind if I just don't do this room. I feel like you get the gist with this side. However, I absolutely will be decorating this hallway. And up here, I just had one goal. How can I make the Reese's Cups gasp? And I think I have. A piano sitting room on your hallway. Yes, please. Hasn't that just enhanced this entryway so much? The last two rooms are the office and the sitting room. For the sitting room, as you can see, this carpet is peeping in. Now, I didn't invite this carpet in. I did not say that she could come in here. So to cover that up, we are going to be using my good old friend, the Basic Shapes. And we're going to do a very, very similar, if not the exact same pattern as I did in the kitchen/dining. See, you can literally hardly tell that's not a real floor, apart from all of that blue stuff around there. Let's just move on from that, shall we? But I have actually been lucky enough to go in a lot of sort of royal themed sitting rooms. I am somebody who loves afternoon tea. And for some reason, they always sit you in a very royal looking sitting room. So very similar to this sofa upstairs. We might have one in the corner here. And then it will sort of be like a very planned, like no one's house is this symmetrical. I think these stained glass windows I used up here, which we'll look at more closely in the tour, must be my favorite. Like, I can't stop using them. Down here, we're actually going to be stepping it up even more by using a grand piano, which I think is a Nicki Minaj song. And then in here, we're using one of my favorite colors, green. And we'll finish this room off with some bookcases. Now, for the final room, we'll go back to the dark stone floor. We'll go back to the classic wall trims. And we'll even add some bookcases. And if you can hear the rain in the background, I'm so sorry, guys. It's May in a few days. And it's raining still. Why? But you know what else May means, guys? It is my birthday month. Complete random side rant, but my birthday is coming up. That is actually very sad. I've loved being 17, to be honest with you. And if there's any other May babies in here, let me know. But with all that chit chat about birthdays, I have finished Reese's Palace. It's time for me to be crowned queen. Okay, chickens, just before we look around my new luxurious home, this plot values at $1 million. So first of all, we have this massive driveway. I mean, I may have gone a little bit overboard with the amount of cars, but you can never have too many cars when you're the queen. And of course, we have just got to appreciate this exterior one more time. So as we walk through the front doors, this is a sight we have never seen in Bloxburg. This brand new staircase. I feel like I'm a Kardashian. So we'll close up these doors, stop the breeze coming in, and let's just really appreciate how nice this actually looks. It's so cinematic and first mistake here. If we go over the fact that all these pictures are so beautiful, to the left, we have the dining room and kitchen sort of zone here. The dining room, this is probably where many state banquets would have taken place. And then here is our kitchen with all of our meaty goodness. And before the vegetarians come at me, I was a vegetarian for 1.5 years, guys. I've done my good deed for the world. I'm joking. I actually love vegetarians. Anyway, if we go here, we have the office. And this is actually such a good layout of a house. Feel free to use it if you want. This is where they'd probably be signing all of their bills, like government and stuff. I don't know, whatever they do. And for me, it's the, and oh gosh, I've just accidentally changed the floor. Whoops. For me, it's the little things like this. I love this curve in the stairs. To the right, we just did this room. It is our sitting room where we can have some afternoon tea. And now, what we've all been waiting for, to venture up these stairs. I can't get over them. That is like my favorite part of the whole house. So to the right, we don't have a bedroom, mainly because I don't think I would have had enough money anyway. There was no point in me building the same room twice. But what we do have is my little upstairs seating bit, which just pairs so perfectly with the entry hall too. And finally, if we go around this corner, I just feel like how vibey would it be at nighttime just to like strut around your castle with like a candle in your hand. Good night, ghosts. And yeah, this is the bedroom. It is a bit more modern. This massive closet and the most gorgeous bathroom I've actually ever even seen. So there we have it, chickens. And that was me building a palace with all the new Bloxburg items. Make sure to subscribe if you had a fun time. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.